Hello students, welcome once again. Let us continue our chapter number 2 of civics, that is the Indian Parliament. In the previous video, we have learned that the Parliament consists of the President, the houses, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. As per the constitution, there can be a maximum of 552 members in the Lok Sabha, whereas the total membership of Rajya Sabha there is 250 members. In this lecture we are going to learn about functions of parliament. Let us see the first function of the parliament, that is formulation of law. Dear students, in order to achieve welfare of the people and the objectives of the constitution, the parliament has to formulate new laws. Also, outdated laws are repealed, necessary changes are made in some laws. The students here repealed. Repealed means cancelled. The process of the formulation of laws has been described in the constitution. In accordance to the procedure, the Parliament fulfills this primary and important responsibility. The student, the first function of the Parliament is formulation of laws. In this function, Parliament formulate new laws for achieving welfare of the people and fulfilling the objectives of the constitution. Outdated laws are cancelled. Third function is to make necessary changes in some laws, and these laws are formulated as per the process which is described in the constitution. Now let us see the second function of the parliament is control over council of ministers. The prime ministers and the council of ministers are drawn from the parliament, and parliament exercises control over them. There are multiple ways through which this control can be exercised. It is the responsibility of the Parliament to see that the Council of Ministers does not disregard the Parliament and functions under its supervision. The students, in the second function of Parliament is the Parliament keeps control over the Council of Ministers through multiple ways. The Council of Ministers cannot function disregarding the Parliament, and the Parliament can control the Council of Ministers by asking explanations, passing a no confidence motions. Now we are going to learn about the third function of Parliament, that is amendments to the Constitution. The Parliament decides whether to make any amendment to the Indian Constitution. The Constitution Amendment Bill is considered to be an important bill. The Parliament discusses why the amendment is required and decides whether to accept it or not. Dear students, the Constitution Amendment Bill is most important bill, and the parliament discusses whether the amendment is required, then it decides to accept it or not. So, the Constitution mentions various ways of amending the Constitution. Now, let us see about the various ways of amending the Constitution. The first way is few provisions in the Indian Constitution are amended by simple majority of the Parliament. Few other provisions are amended by special majority. And third one is, dear students, here let us see the first amendment is by simple majority of the Parliament, and second is by special majority 2/3 of the Parliament, and third is by special majority of the Parliament plus consent from more than half of the constituent states. These are the three ways of amending the constitutions. Now we are going to learn about Speaker of Lok Sabha. In the very first meeting after the elections of Lok Sabha, the members of Lok Sabha elect a speaker and deputy speaker from amongst themselves. My dear students, after the elections, in the very first meeting, Lok Sabha, the members of Lok Sabha elect the speaker and deputy speaker from amongst themselves. Now, the Lok Sabha functions under the guidance and control of the speaker. Now we are going to see the functions of the Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha represents the citizen and the speaker represents the Lok Sabha. The students, here Lok Sabha represents the citizen and the speaker represents the Lok Sabha. After getting elected as speaker, he or she has to conduct the business of the house in an unbiased manner. The students, the first function of the speaker is to conduct the business of the house in an unbiased manner. Then the second function of the speaker is to take care of the rights and privilege of the members of Parliament. And the third function is to conduct the functioning of Lok Sabha systematically and uninterrupted. The students, to maintain the decorum and dignity of the house is also one of the functions of the speaker, and to interpret the rules and daily functioning of the house and work accordingly is the last functions of the speaker. Now we are going to learn about the chairman of Rajya Sabha. The chairman exercises a control over the functioning of Rajya Sabha. The Vice President of India is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Dear students, the Vice President of the India, he is the ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha, and the chairman keeps a control over the functioning of Rajya Sabha. Now, the functions of Rajya Sabha chairman also include maintaining the discipline in the house. Dear students, in short, to maintain discipline in the house is the functions, one of the functions of the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Then facilitating discussions, giving members a chance to speak is also the functions of the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. My dear students, I hope you understood this part of the chapter. Remaining part of the chapter, that is, how does the parliament make laws, we will learn in our next videos. Thank you and have a nice day.